What is up, beautiful people? It's Wolf Brother Mythos Freakanator from the channel Frost and Fist, and welcome to this Space Wolf Wednesday. And this is going to be a very quick Space Wolf Wednesday for you. I haven't done a lot for the Space Wolves this week, but what I did do is I wanted to take the time to work on these objective markers I've been meaning to do. We've been using dice for the last 2 years that I've been playing, and I keep saying I'm going to make some objective markers. In fact, like a year ago, Freak hooked me up with some objective markers that I've been meaning to paint up and get ready, and it's just been on the back burner for a while. So I finally said, you know what, this is coming off the back burner, let me get to work on these objective markers. So Freak came to the store one day while we were playing with this really cool plastic token. It was a coin, and with his Imperial Fist logo, and he painted up the borders yellow, you know, with his white background and his black, you know, Imperial Fist symbol. And I thought it looked really cool. I'm like, dude, where did you get that? And he said that his brother David 3D printed it, and he's gotten into 3D printing, and he's been, you know, making some pretty cool stuff. And that was one of the things that he made for Freak, was that that token, that Imperial Fist token. And he said, hey, I bet you for a couple of beers, you know, he'd probably print you a couple tokens. I said, well, let's get a case of beer, because I want at least 6 of them. These would make badass objective markers. And so he printed me up some Space Wolf objective markers of those same coin types. And I think with some paint on them, they made some fantastic looking objective markers. So definitely, let's go check those out. All I used was these 3D printed tokens, some clockwork numbers that I got at my local hardware store for $5. Actually, no, I think I even got it at the hardware section of Walmart. Like, that's why it was $5. They look great, and I think these are pretty. I mean, these were easy, quick, objective markers, no hassle, and I think they're going to look really good in our future games. Let's check those out. Alright guys, so here are the objective markers I was telling you about. Like I said, these tokens were 3D printed for me by Freak's brother David, and he did an awesome job on those. Really appreciate the tokens, and I just painted them up how I wanted them. I did silver around the bases, put some Fang Gray down in the background with a little Kaldor sky to highlight and brighten it up. The wolf mark, the wolf symbols themselves, I went with red, partially because I wanted the 30K, you know, bright red style wolf symbols, but also I wanted them to be very easily identifiable on the battlefield. I wanted some pop. I wanted, you know, when we look across the battlefield, sometimes when you just have a dull objective marker, or just a random dice as your objective marker, it can be hard to spot where was that objective again. So I wanted that red pop to be some attention grabbing. And I did corn red, and then Mephiston red, then up to Zdaka red and a little pink, and then tied it all back together with Spirit Stone red. In the middle of all those reds, there was some known oil in there to get some of the recesses. And then after that, guys, after I got them all painted up, I added in, you know, these golden clock numbers. Got these golden clock numbers at my local hardware store. They come with adhesive on the back, plastic on the sprue, easy to clip, easy to attach to the these objective markers. They stay on pretty solid, and overall I think it was just a really quick and easy way for me to get some objective markers. Guys, of course, if you don't have access to 3D printed tokens, you obviously could get a very similar effect using a base, you know, spare 40mm Terminator base, and putting down, you know, whatever decals or symbols you want, and putting these clock numbers, golden clock numbers, are nice. They look nice. They're really cheap. They were like $5 for a set of numbers, and I think they look great. So, little tip for you, and they make some really quick, clean, easy objective markers. Alright guys, if you like this episode, or you like these objective markers, then grab up an axe and smash that like button in the name of the Emperor. Thank you so much for joining me on Space Wolf Wednesday, And if you guys are not yet subscribed to the channel, then we would love to have you as part of the pack here on the Frost and Fizz. Until next time, guys, stay frosty. By the way, beautiful people, Frost and Fizz shirts are now available for sale at thenerdlife.com. If you want to help out a brother in the community, Richard over at the Nerd Life, and get your hands on some Frost and Fizz gear, then head over to thenerdlife.com and check this brother out. He's also got other great hobby gear and his own Nerd Life apparel. Check him out.